Hi, my name is Karma. Welcome to today's video. Today we are finally going to be getting started decorating our spacecore island Starstruck. It's been a long time coming, I know. Honestly, I've been feeling pretty uninspired for decorating lately, as you can probably tell from the sudden break that I took. Oops. But I'm back. I'm here to decorate. And I also made this little mood board over here. Just, you know, showing off some of the items that I might be using in this. So we got star fragments, we got nova lights, we got hyacinths, we got just the whole package, including this gorgeous star path. I have had this saved since before I even reset the island. But yeah, I've finally got it downloaded and I'm ready to use it. Plus I've also got this one, which has like little mushrooms and butterflies on it. And I know that this is definitely more fairy core and less space core, but come on, it's cute, I want to be able to use it. And besides, that got me the idea to use mush lamps as well in these builds. So, you know, win-win. I'm also going to be using this glowing moss in my builds, because I think it's super pretty, and I haven't gotten the chance to use it at all. And I know, also a little bit fairy core, but come on, it's cute. I'm going to use it. None of you can stop me. Alright? Alright. So today we're just going to be getting started with our entrance. I don't have a huge plan in mind, but I do have a couple ideas, so we're mostly just going to wing it. Alright? So without further ado, let's plunge right in. So I started off just clearing the area, you know, removing trees and such, and this rock that happened to spawn right in front of the entrance for some reason. I guess I could have done all this off camera. In fact, I started on it, and then I was just like, no, I want to do this on camera. I specifically wanted to show it in the video, and I honestly have no clue why. Sometimes I do that, where like I make a decision and then afterward I think back through it and I'm just like, where was my head at? Why did I do that? Okay, so with that done, then I moved on to doing the path. I wasn't really sure what to do with this, because I wanted it to be symmetrical, but also not like perfectly symmetrical. So I wanted to have the same overall shape, but also, you know, a little bit different on both sides. And then I started in with some waterscaping. I wanted to have two diagonal bridges going from each side of the main path area, and I ended up making it a little bit longer than the minimum. I don't know why exactly. Again, I make decisions and then revisit them and go, I don't know why I did that. So I placed down the first one and then time traveled to the next day and did the same thing on the other side. Again, trying to make it symmetrical, but also not like totally symmetrical. So the bridges themselves are symmetric, but then things later down the line are not quite so much. So then, with that out of the way, I time traveled to the next day, and this time I also realized, you know, this is space core, I should have it be nighttime so we can see the stars. And we couldn't really see the stars because it was cloudy, but I do think the nighttime really helped with, like, having the lights and such actually light up and have their glow be visible, because the dream address will be at nighttime, and so I figure it's at least a little bit helpful. So I connected the two bridges together, and then I started building up some cliffs behind them, just to add a little bit of height, and I guess to kind of obscure the view of other things, because I'd like the entrance area to be at least a little bit separate from the rest of the island. So I built up those cliffs, and then I went in and just placed a couple things in the main area, and plus I went out and continued the waterscaping a little bit past the bridges. I didn't go all the way. Those will be done in future videos. I just wanted a little bit to at least make sure that it wasn't just suddenly cut off. Also, with this nova light and this star clock, I struggled so much with the placement of these two. Like, after a little bit here, I fiddle with them, and then I just move on to something else, but I end up revisiting it later, because what I really wanted was for the nova light to be forward, and then the star clock to be to the right of it, and a little bit more forward from that. But I couldn't do that because of how the bridge and the rocks were placed. So I started off with leaving it just like the star clock to the left of it and a little bit forward, but then I felt like it followed the curve of the river too much, and like I wanted a little bit of variation in there, so I really wasn't too happy with it. But yeah, I do revisit it later and end up fixing it, and I think that it works out better then. In the meantime, I've built up this entire cliff area. I placed a moon on top of it, and I didn't really have a whole lot of details in mind for this area. I mentioned that already, but that was one big thing that I knew I wanted. I wanted to have cliffs in the back with a moon on top of them. And so I have had a little bit of trouble getting a hold of stuff to use because not many people are active on Nookazon or NoFAC anymore. And so I was able to buy one moon, but I couldn't get the recipe for it or anything. So I will continue looking and eventually I will have it. But for now, this is just the moon that I stole from the mood board that I showed you guys earlier. So yeah, I revisited the positioning of the star clock and the nova light, and I ended up actually being able to have them in that position like I said I wanted, just by moving them over a little bit. Because I also didn't want the beach accessible through there. I didn't want you to be able to just scoot past and get to that beach, but yeah. I like how it turned out in the end. Then this patch right back here, I ended up doing like a little bit of that more fairy core mushroomy path that I showed you guys earlier. And this actually gave me inspiration for the next video, so you guys need to look forward to that, turn on notifications, and then you will be able to see it as soon as it comes out. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing that in a future video, and yeah, that is pretty much everything. So that is gonna be all for today's video. I hope you guys liked this. I know that I did. I'm already feeling a lot more inspired. I cannot wait to keep decorating this island. I'm already getting ideas for what to do just beyond the entrance. So I hope you guys look forward to that, and again, I hope you guys liked this build and this video. If you did, please make sure to subscribe, it would mean a lot to me, and I'll see you in the next one. Karma out.